And so here we are, friends. Finally, we have arrived in Pattaya, a Thai paradise for tourists from all across the world. Judging by the exciting stories, wonderful discoveries and unforgettable impressions await us. And the reason for our trip is more than noble, to meet with our compatriots, of whom there are many in this city. When and why they came here, that is what we're going to find out. Well, let's get started. Pleased to welcome you in Thailand, a country of smiling faces, in the city of Pattaya. My parents arrived just recently. We took some days off to rest and see Thailand and Pattaya. Our son told us about it and called it a paradise. He said, "Mother, you definitely have to come here." He was convincing us for a long time. I will also introduce you to my friends, colleagues, people from Kazakhstan who live in Pattaya.
Поначалу мне не понравилась Паттайя, вообще, абсолютно.
In the beginning, I really did not like Pattaya. I did not like the climate, and I didn't like the food here. I've been living in Thailand for 4 years already. I did not fall in love with the country right away. It took some time. In the beginning, I really missed my home and Kazakhstan. Pattaya is a large tourism center in the southern part of Thailand. It is located along the shores of the Siam Gulf. By the way, until 1939, Thailand was called Siam. Terms that are widely known across the world are related to this name: Siamese twins and Siamese cats. The word Thai, as part of the country's name, means freedom. By the way, Thailand is a kingdom, one of the few constitutional monarchies in the world. The country is ruled by a king who is a descendant of one of the most ancient royal dynasties in the world. The official name of the monarch is His Highness Bhumibol Adulyadej, but more often he's addressed as Rama IX. The king began his reign in 1946, and today he is the longest ruling monarch in the world and in the history of Thailand.
Сам родился в Караганде, но у меня с детства такое то, что я люблю путешествовать. Почему я выбрал?
I was born in Karaganda. Since I was a child, I loved to travel. Why did I choose Thailand and decide to travel across 8,000 to 9,000 kilometers? Because here there is a concentration of many religious faiths. People from the African, American, and European continents all live here. I think that this is great. In Thailand you can find yourself. I personally did. I'm discovering the world.
Решение принял Арман сам, чем удивил меня. Скажу честно, я, конечно, была...
Arman made this decision on his own, which surprised me. I will be honest, of course I was against his move. I was somewhat shocked by Arman's decision. Here I mostly communicate in English. Not everyone here speaks English, but people more or less know numbers and street names and can explain where to go. I also speak a little bit of Thai. This resort city is known all across the world. By the way, the correct way to pronounce the name of the city is by stressing the last syllable, Pattaya. The city's name literally translates as the southwestern winds at the beginning of the rain season. The city began its transformation to one of the world's tourism centers at the beginning of the 1960s. Right now, it is the peak of the tourism season, and the number of people in the cities rises from 100,000 to 1.5 million. Therefore, it is not surprising that almost all the local residents, one way or another, are engaged in the tourism business. There is everything here to satisfy even the most sophisticated demands of a person. Everything is close and accessible. Pattaya is an ideal place for fishing, water skiing, paragliding, underwater swimming, and many other activities. What impresses the most is the diversity of faces. It seems that one can meet a person here from every corner of the world, from the Arctic to the Antarctic. Thai people are not very athletic. Here everything is, as they say, sabai sabai, which would translate as no rush. Thai people are very friendly and welcoming. That is why they say Thailand is a country of smiling faces. Thai people smile, and it is a pleasure to communicate with them. If needed, they can always help.
Очень хороший, я бы сказала. То есть я особо так с ними не общаюсь.
I would say that the people here are very nice. I do not really communicate much with them, but they are always very friendly. Mostly non-confrontational. They know that you are a tourist, they express interest and ask, "Where are you from?" or "Tell me about your country." Our compatriots decided to not only tell us about the country, but also show why they decided to settle in this country and city. Our compatriots decided to not only tell us about the country, but also show us why they decided to settle in this country and city. And that is why we're offered to visit the symbolic places of the city and its suburbs. And there are sights here truly worth seeing. Countless temples, architectural monuments, incredible rich nature. One of the sites which combines all these three aspects is the Buddha Mountain, a unique rock carving which officially has a grand and ceremonial title, His Majesty Buddha the Glorious and Wise. For Thai people, this is a truly sacred place. This is the largest image of Buddha in the world, with a height of 160 meters and a width of 70 meters. It was carved out using laser on the mountain Khao Chi Chan and inlaid with gold leaf. Today, this is the pilgrimage destination of the followers of Buddhism from all over the world. Thai people even have a legend, according to which a sacred Buddhist relic is inlaid into the heart of this image, the remains of Buddha. By the way, funds were collected from all over the world for the realization of this grand project, from regular rural residents to state budgets. And of course, there are many tourists who came here from distant countries to marvel at this beauty. Of course, we did not just get to see the architectural monuments, but also met the people.
Очень рада, что сын здесь начал себя самостоятельно проявлять, не то что под родительским крылом, а проявляет себя.
I'm very glad that my son became independent here, unlike staying under the care of parents. During this trip, we understood the reason for his move.
Отъезда и считаем, что он поступает.
And think that he's making the right decision. But we do miss him, and of course would like for him to come home.
Я обустроился, более узнал уже страну, что...
When I came and saw that it is possible to continue my life here, I invited my family. They came and are glad that they did. And at the moment, we're living here.
Мы столкнулись с такой проблемой, как сделать загранпаспорт для нашего сына. Вы даже не
We had the problem of getting a travel passport for our son. I did not realize that it would take so much time, efforts and patience to just make one picture of my son.
Еще не было 3, это было сделать сложно, потому что у меня такой непоседа.
He was not even 3 at that time. It was difficult to do this because he's very restless and an active child. But everything worked out and we passed that stage.
Большое время я провожу на свежем воздухе.
Most of the time I spend out on fresh air. I travel to islands, my hobbies are diving and snorkeling. I spend time with friends and go out. Thailand can offer all types of entertainment. Children, for example, like exotic animals, and Arman tries to go out with his family to see these animals. Not far from the city, there are a couple of crocodile, tiger, elephant, and ostrich farms, where constantly all possible types of performances are organized with the participation of the animals. With the heroes of our program, we decided to visit one of such places, an elephant farm. The elephant is another symbol of Thailand, the image of which can be encountered everywhere, on clothes, cars, keychains, and buildings. Of course, today elephants are more of a decoration for the readily consuming tourists, but not so long ago, these massive and majestic animals served as a laboring helpers to the people of Thailand.
Дастархан – это самая немаловажная часть нашей нации, да? Это казы, баурсаки.
Dastarhan is one of the most important aspects of our tradition. This means treats like kaza, barsaks, Eastern sweets, and a lot of bread. Arman has always loved it since he was a child. This is something that he misses here. And when he calls, he says, "Mother, I really miss kaza."
И мы ему привезли 2 чемодана. Это без приукраса. 2 чемодана.
We brought 2 suitcases of this delicacy for him. Try it. This is cooked, and this is not. This is raw. Everything that he cannot find here, we brought it.
В Таиланде очень много экзотических фруктов, такие как мангустин.
Thailand has a lot of exotic fruits, such as the purple mangosteen, mango, Pattaya, and durian. They are full of nutritious elements. And this is something that we saw for ourselves. There's an uncountable number of very diverse fruits to satisfy every taste. They grow everywhere, and at times it seems that all you have to do is stretch out your arm and pick one. Practically everywhere one can buy a cool pineapple, moderately sweet and very juicy. Probably it was this ingredient of Thai cuisine that truly conquered us, immediately and completely, from the very first bite. One can encounter everywhere these motorcycles with an icebox and pineapples, in the city and even the most surprising places of the suburbs.
Передвигаются здесь на мотобайках в основном. Но также мотобайки здесь очень опасны, потому что они не соблюдают.
People mostly use motorbikes for transport here, but this is also somewhat dangerous. Drivers of mopeds do not follow traffic rules. People in Thailand do not look to the left or right, they just go without turning on the direction lights. But despite this, Thai people are respectful on the road, primarily in Bangkok.
Это в Бангкоке. То есть для них такого понятия нет. Если у нас сигнал...
If back home people really use the car horn a lot, then here you just have to wait, otherwise it is considered to be disrespectful. Speaking about the roads, the traffic is very busy and seemingly chaotic, but accidents are rare here. Thailand is one of the few island states with left-hand traffic. According to the legend, the reason behind this was the Rolls-Royce, a car which the royal British family gave as a present to the King of Thailand. It was of course a left-hand drive car. Having driven it, the king was so impressed that he enacted a law according to which all traffic on the streets had to be switched to left-handed.
Буквально недавно заметила как бы в себе такую вещь, что когда я приехала, я отворачивалась от всех этих прилавков.
I recently noticed that when I came here, I turned away from all the stalls with food, and at the markets, I would just close my nose and say, ew, let's just move on faster.
На большом рынке. И я так раз в какой-то момент заметила.
And just recently, we were at a big marketplace, and I caught myself looking over all the stalls with such curiosity to see what they're selling and eating.
Также есть очень много...
There are a lot of seafood products here. The choice is huge, from shrimps to shark meat, mussels, crabs, squid. There is everything.
Что-то там так это похоже на что-то вкусное.
I noticed something tasty, asked about it, and decided to try. The culinary fantasy of Thai people has no boundaries. Thai cuisine is one of the most spiciest and most unusual in the world. At the foundations of Thai cuisine is the skill of combining the 5 flavors: sweet, sour, salty, bitter, and spicy. Often it is difficult to determine the particular flavor of the food, whether it is sour or sweet, or perhaps sweet and salty. What's more, each dish is unique, and its taste depends not only on the ingredients, but the style of the chef, who at his own discretion uses various spices and their combinations. In Thailand, there are no fixed rules for preparing food, just general ideas. The spices, preparation time, way of serving, and layout of the dishes all are determined by the cook. But there are 3 main components of Thai cuisine: rice, chili sauce, and coconut milk. These ingredients are used in almost every dish. Rice is the base of many local dishes, and the verb to eat translates as to eat rice. According to statistics, every day a resident of Thailand consumes almost half a kilo of rice. Another pride of Thai chefs are the soups. People in Thailand can have soup any time of the day. Here people prefer not to cook at home, but to eat in small diners.
Обнаружили, что в принципе питание оно не такое уж плохое, что здесь можно.
We discovered that the food is pretty good here. It is possible to eat healthy here. Having familiarized ourselves in depth with the Thai cuisine, our compatriots offered to continue our tour of the cultural sites of Pattaya. Along the way, we encountered an unusual lake and a park surrounding its shores. But we were impressed by something else. On the shores of the lake, there were wonderful temples designed in traditional Thai style. Each one of these temples was dedicated to a specific historical figure: a ruler, scholar, military commander, or religious follower. This place is surrounded by a spirit of desertion, but this is more of a positive than a negative. Here one can feel the true spirit of Buddhism: calmness, serenity, and peace. Most likely this is connected with the fact that this place is not that close to the trodden tourist routes.
Со временем я наблюдала над своим ребенком и видела, как ему нравится.
Over time, I observed my child and saw how much he likes it here, how comfortable he feels here. He likes the weather and the endless opportunities to go swimming.
Купание, то есть мы в любой момент, в любое время, несмотря вообще какой.
At any time, despite the time of day or weather, we can go to the beach for a swim or travel to an island.
В общем, позволить себе то, что мы, в принципе, в Казахстане там, раз в год, может быть, себе могли позволить.
We can now do what in Kazakhstan we probably could do only once a year. I started observing our life and Arman and noticed that he's changing here for the better.
И начала наблюдать, что Арман меняется в лучшую сторону, в том плане, что он...
He's realizing his potential here and feels at ease. He likes it. He feels comfortable and everything inspires him.
В среде, вот его все вдохновляет, ему все нравится. Я просто так села и подумала.
I thought that if my husband and child like it here, then I should like it too, regardless of whether I want to or not.
В зависимости от того, хочу я этого или не хочу.
Купались, шаковали. Здесь очень тепло.
Here it is very warm. There's a bright sun, the sea and sand. The blue bottle flower, sun bunnies, clean water streams, the smell of bread, father, mother, and I. And a colorful rainbow in our home city. Beloved Kazakhstan, the native land is calling. We do not meet very often with our compatriots, but we regularly stay in touch, find out how they are and what's new. If someone has a problem, we try to help each other. Our meeting with our compatriots took place in one of the numerous beaches of Pattaya. And where, if not here, can one go for a swim, bathe in the sun, and meditate while listening to the sounds of the ocean or nap in the shades? It is very pleasant to see so many beautiful, smiling, sincerely happy kindred faces, hearing the native language, seeing the smiles of children, and more talks and discussions. Of course, Kazakhstan dominated the topics of conversation. Without a doubt, we received a huge wave of positive emotions, absolutely priceless and truly sincere. However, we are not the only ones to receive gifts. We also prepared for this trip and brought traditional souvenirs from Kazakhstan, which we present with great pleasure to our dear compatriots. We hope that the small parcel of our native land will bring joy to our heroes and warm, memorable minutes. Although perhaps it is better to wish for a cool wind of the steppes.
Мы познакомились со своими соотечественниками, с его друзьями.
We met our compatriots, friends of our son who live and work here from Kazakhstan and Russia.
Жизнь наполненная, заполненная.
Here they have a complete life. We're very happy that our son has such friends here. Well, that's it. Our trip has come to an end, and it's time to go home. Thailand and Pattaya totally met our expectations, and in some ways even exceeded them. We were overjoyed by the meeting with our compatriots, whom we came to visit. What are the conclusions from this trip? It truly does not matter where you live. It is important how you feel there. We tried a countless number of dishes, gorged on fruits, and got used to the fruit juices. We saw magnificent architectural monuments and dove into the real non-touristic atmosphere of Thailand, but did not get used to this heat. Until next time, dear viewers.